Hello viewers, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Now, many baffle as to why one of the leading producers of Nollywood Asaba chapter, Uche Nancy, is a single mom, raising her 4 children single-handedly. Watch this video to the end to find out the shocking story behind it all. Many years back, it was actually uncommon to divorce your spouse, unlike these days. But back then, there was something very common which also happens in this present generation and mostly in Africa. In cultures like the Igbo tradition, it was every man's wish and dream to have a male child. Male children were seen as the actual legitimate way for a woman to stand strong in her marriage. It's also known that the male child is the heir to the inheritance of their father's legacy. In many African cultures and traditions, women do not get land and property inheritance because it is assumed that they will marry and change their surnames to that of their husbands. So back in those days, any woman who didn't have a male child wasn't yet acknowledged in her marriage because she could be thrown out of the house and another woman brought in to be able to have male children. But fortunately for Uche Nancy, who had 4 daughters for her husband, the narrative has finally changed for better. We may not have known Uche Nancy and her lovely daughters if what happened didn't happen. Stay glued to this video to find out all that really happened. Now, Uche Nancy found herself in this fortunate situation as she gave birth to 4 lovely and beautiful daughters. Many may ask, why did I say fortunate? Well, I have to use that word because children are a gift from God. So because she wasn't able to have a male child, she was kicked out of the house by her husband. What a world we find ourselves in. This was when Uche Nancy's struggles started. She moved back to Asaba with her girls to start life afresh. As at that time, these girls were so little, and for her alone, it was a very huge burden taking care of 4 little children. While trying her very best, she was fortunate to link up to Nollywood, where she started off as an assistant costumier and then later became a costumier, while also running around other side hustles to be able to feed and take care of her kids. Life must have been very tough on her, but what could she do at the time? Her daughters were all beckoning on her. She also had a boutique where she sold wares to enable her meet up with the demands of feeding, rents, and school fees for the girls. I must also commend her daughters, who were also supportive and understanding. They also saw their mother's struggle as theirs. Whenever you listen to the stories from her daughters, you will definitely want to cry. But today, that story has changed forever. The stone that was rejected has now become the pillar of the house. Now, in today's movies, as far as Asaba is concerned, Uche Nancy is a brand name in the Nollywood industry and is now one of the biggest movie producers in Nollywood. How time flies. Uche Nancy certainly isn't the only person who has been in this condition of having only daughters. Many other women out there also pass through this situation. But one truth that men fail to admit is that it's never the fault of the woman for bearing only female children. Rather, it's from the man himself. Yes, you heard me right. Now, let's get back to our biology. The female is XX and the male is XY. Every individual must have at least one X chromosome. Since the female is XX, each of her eggs has a single X chromosome. The male, being XY, can generate two types of sperms, bearing X chromosomes on half and half being Y. That's why a man has two testes. Now understand this. The X is female and the Y is male. Having a male child only determines on when the couples mate, and it is advisable to mate on her ovulation day or a day after ovulation. This is because the Y chromosomes, which are the male sperm cells, swim very fast and tend to lose energy quick, meaning they can die faster if they don't see an egg to fertilize. But the female chromosomes, which is the X, swims slowly and can last for more than 5 days waiting to fertilize an egg. So the man is solely responsible for the production of male children and not the woman. Now, we know it wasn't Uche Nancy's fault, but rather her husband, who may have not been learned about how these cells work. Today, these children that he rejected are now successful and living the life of their dreams to the fullest. Some are even married and have children. The sufferings are now over, and now they can comfortably go on family vacations to US, Egypt, France, UK, just name it. The finance is no longer a problem, and definitely the old memories are now being replaced with moments of joy and laughter. Just recently, Uche Nancy celebrated her efforts by gifting herself and her children a magnificent mansion. Yes, the hard work had paid off finally, and the tears of sorrow now turned to tears of joy. Oh, lest I forget, her husband? He must be somewhere enjoying the views from Uche Nancy TV and seeing his children live happy lives. He isn't in the picture and not celebrating with them because of a mistake he may have made many years ago. Children are a gift from God, and people like Obama, a former president of America, only has 2 daughters. That's why I love Americans. Every child is a blessing and an equal as every other child, be it male or female. I just hope we Africans can learn from this and try to encourage the girl child. What are your thoughts on this? Let's celebrate Uche Nancy and every mother in the comment section. Let's love lead. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on your notifications for more trending videos.